it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar, and I am here with a timeless pick a card. We're going to be looking at yes or no. So to answer your question, you have a burning question on your mind. Is the answer yes or is the answer no? We'll find out. Of course, I encourage you to pull out that intuition, really tune in as you ask the questions. And you can ask multiple questions. We have 8 groups. Come on now. We have quite a few. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Special shout out to John. John, he often requests that I use this deck in the past. And I actually unpacked it just recently and I was like, I've got to do this. So hopefully, if John, you're listening, thank you for being there. And thank you for always taking your time for me. And, you know, the nice things that you've done in the past for me. You know, your kind words and some of your gifts and stuff, they really meant a lot to me. So, thank you. Anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. And, yeah, let's go. Hello, my friends. So, you've chosen the first card. Number 1, and let's turn it over and just see what it says, but we'll pull some other cards, okay? No. Okay, well, let's see what the answer is. Like, why is it a no? What is going on here? Let me see. We're gonna get Harmony Spirits deck out and clarify. Because remember, how did you ask the question? Oh, do they hate me? No. Do they want to date me? No. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on kind of how you phrased it. No. So if you're asking about, let me see, let me just clarify this. For some of you, the no may be related to the fact that you haven't taken action yet. Perhaps you have all the skills, the abilities, but you're in this energy of like stagnancy, and it's almost like Spirit wants to kick you in the ass and say, no, because then you'll work harder. Okay? So if you asked a question where that applies, that's your answer. It's kind of like, no, not until you get off your little butt. Okay. What about for others? Why is it a no? The Fool. Something could be needing to be thought out first as well. Here with the Fool, the 8 of Wands, and the King of Swords. Could be maybe you're asking about something too quickly. Maybe you're jumping the gun a little bit here. Too eager for something. Maybe there still needs to be more understood or uncovered about the situation. We also could have, again, a little bit of a lack of stability here. If some of you are asking whether something was a bad omen, no. It wasn't a bad omen. Yeah, that's what I would say. So the Fool, yeah, the 8 of Wands and the King of Swords. But damn it. Can you trust somebody? No. Be careful. This person may have a nice way of talking, but I feel like they may be uncommitted a little bit too quick. They might be interested in, engaging in some sort of sexual fantasies, but not other than that. If you're asking whether you should leave someone, though, on the other hand, it would say no, don't be hasty. You know what I mean? Don't act on passion or, too quickly. Kind of think things over or mull things over like the King of Swords. So again, it's kind of these type of readings can be kind of difficult because everyone's going to come with a little bit of a different question. So hopefully I'm giving you guys a good idea of why and what. Okay? If you have any questions, of course, let me know in the comments below, and I can always try to go back and review the video a little bit and try to help you out to give you an answer. But, yeah. Any advice here for group number 1? Knowledge and healing. We have the Snake here. Beauty. Yeah. I'm going to say bad words and bad... Okay, sorry. The Spider is being, like, silly. If you're asking whether someone's cheating on you, the answer is no. Okay? They find you beautiful. They find you attractive. They're not cheating. That sort of thing. If you are... We have knowledge, healing, beauty, and fear. Of course, with the serpent, we might already have wisdom inside of us, and we already kind of have some sort of like intuitive thought on this as well. Like maybe you already kind of know that it's a no. Maybe your trepidation towards something is already kind of, peaked up, and you're like, But sometimes when we have that, it actually can be a sign that there's something else that we're not aware of. I have like a really good example of that, but I'm not going to share it right now. But there was like something I was hesitating on for like a while, and it was actually for a really good purpose, because some certain things happened that was just like, oh God, thank God I didn't act upon that. You know what I mean? If this is also about, will you reconnect with someone, perhaps it's time for the healing and the transformation. And perhaps, are you asking this out of fear because this person represents stability for you, or comfort? Maybe you're used to someone and you're like, will they come back? No. And if they do, it's not for long. You know what I mean? Maybe you can get some kind of closure, but nothing more than that. So that's kind of what I'm getting here. And first of all, with knowledge and healing, sharing your knowledge. And I think it's going to be something good here. Again, this might be increasing your knowledge or using your knowledge. Again, if you are asking about, will this go good? Well, you already have the knowledge, you have the beauty, you have everything. Why are you scared? Why aren't you doing it? Because it's almost like you're at that step where tarot isn't going to give you a good answer. The spirit guides aren't going to give you a good answer, because you need to take another step forward before you can ask the next question. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's your answer. Hopefully that made sense and was helpful in some way. And I hope to see you again in the future. But otherwise, take care. Hello, my friends. If you've chosen group number 2, this card, this is going to be your answer. I feel intuitively led to grab 2 runes, so we shall do so. Sorry if that was loud. I forget I have a selenite in here to cleanse them when I use. Okay, we have healing with the herbs, and we've got money. Healing your finances. Maybe that's a special message for some of you, that there will be some sort of healing or rejuvenation in your finances. If you've been wondering if you could be a farmer and make money, it's a yes. Or if you thought about doing something herbal, as an example, or something like based on like nature or homeopathy or something like that. Again, maybe this is like, this could make money. Okay, that's probably very specific for a few of you. We have listened to your intuition. So you guys are already very intuitive. And you already kind of know the answer to this question. But let's dig a little bit deeper, because that's so vague. We're not going to leave you like this. We don't leave you hanging. Okay. Especially for those of you that are asking for like career advice, or it's a career question, or it's about your future endeavors, do it, okay? Like, okay, so this is funny. So the Page of Wands is very intuitive, actually. And actually, oftentimes the fire elements in the tarot represent a very like strong intuition, inspired action. And if you're feeling inspired to do something, Spirit's saying go for it. Even if someone said no, or it seems like there's some adversity, or maybe other people might not understand it, you would be the winner here. You would come out on top. And this is really interesting reading. If you're asking about whether or not somebody likes you, we could see that someone may very well like you, but there's some sort of hesitation here towards you. Like, it's like they're not quite... There could be wishy-washy energy, and it's because this person isn't ready. And maybe you already know it. Maybe there needs to be some sort of growth or something like that. Maybe you deserve a little bit better, and you already damn right know that. Okay? I'm trying to think about what other kind of questions people would ask here. Oh, gosh, if you should do something, then I would say yes. If you're feeling like, if you're wondering whether your intuition is right about something, if you've asked that question, then I would say yes. It has been right. especially if it has anything to do with like defense or fighting for something, standing your ground, that sort of thing. If you're asking like, did I do the right thing by standing up for myself? Heck yeah. Hopefully this is good. If you're wondering, will your finances improve? Yes. Especially if you kind of have that knowing already. And you may actually be guided by your intuition to make certain improvements. It might be that like certain feelings come to you. Listen to those, like those kind of little knocks at our intuitive door that are like, hey, do this thing or try that. Definitely listen. Especially like if you notice little signs, like say you're looking for a job and it's like say you're looking for a job, it's like making sure that you're kind of have your antennas up for gifts from the universe in terms of that. Like maybe it's like falling across the right, ad as an example. Any other further message here for group number 2 before I sign off here? Holy smokes. Okay, let's see. Ego, 15. Siamese cat. So you may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break free of negative thinking. So again, for some of you, don't make sure that you're not stuck up in your ego. The fearful thinking and stuff like that. This might be about not fighting so hard, not being negative, knowing that things will come to you, practicing gratitude, practicing tithing and giving and of yourself. And again, that's not to say that you're greedy and like you're sitting there hoarding everything, but it's more of like a mindset of there's enough and I'll get something and it will be good, and Spirit is delivering everything that I need when I need it. That faith. So again, if you do feel wishy-washy behavior, again, it's like, why do you keep yourself in this trap, that sort of thing. You already know intuitively this is not going anywhere, and you just need to kind of like back off your energy a little bit here, take care of yourself, that sort of thing. In fact, some of you need to run the heck away. But anyway, hopefully that helps. And I wish you all the very, very best. And if you have any questions about the reading, you can try to ask me below. I'll try to get back to you. If you felt like I didn't understand the question, if you want to let me know your question, I could try to make sure you understand. But anyway, especially if it doesn't fit in there. If anything, I'll pull you a damn card and tell you. Okay? So lots of love to you guys. Take care, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen number 3, this is your reading. Let me just cleanse the area real quick. Oh, what a lovely smell. So what is your answer? Well, we have, this is the sign. Sign of protection, the pentacle is. Let's see what else comes through. I'm going to do like I did for group number 2 and take 2 runes for you. Or 3, actually. Sorry. So okay, now let me take some tarot and we'll see what's up going on here, because we don't have a clear answer on this one exactly. What is going on? Is this a yes or a no? Ooh, I feel like for a lot of you, you have choices here. Look at this. We have 2 2s. We have the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Swords. To me, honestly, the 2 of Wands, of course, can talk about development and trying to make progress on something, putting down a plan and sort of acting upon it. It may be that, honestly, if you're asking about some sort of official type of thing, you may not get an answer, and maybe if you're wondering, like, maybe someone hasn't called you back in a really long time, or you're kind of wondering where you stand, I kind of am thinking that this person wouldn't reply, okay? Like, somehow they're not going to kind of come back around, or they're not going to answer, especially if it's something kind of like more official in status, like perhaps like oh gosh, it could be like a job, you know what I mean? Like maybe there are physical signs, like they haven't called you back in like 3 weeks or something like that, or they haven't really done anything to kind of keep you updated or something like that. So it's for those people facing such a situation, I would say move on from that. I think you already got your sign. The same goes honestly for anyone who treats you like an option. If you haven't like really heard from somebody in some time, again, this may be more platonic. Also, by the way, I feel like some of you may be asking whether someone has a crush on you and you're getting an answer of like a more platonic energy. Okay, but that's only for some of you. If you ask such a question like, oh, do they like me romantically or whatever, I think that they see an option in you, but they're not really pursuing anything. And there may be somehow a blockage here or something like that. If you're wondering whether you should cut something off, I would say, yeah. If you're wondering whether you should quit your job, as an example, I would say, sure, but just go about it in a careful, kind of steady way. Don't rush. Kind of plan, do it in a healthy manner. I feel like a lot of you, actually, whatever you're asking about, there may be another option coming in the future somehow. Like, so, because a yes or no implies that, yeah, it's a yes or a no, but it almost feels like there's some other energy coming in here, like a choice. And so that could be like, if you, as an example, say you're asking about one job and it's like, well, maybe not that one, but the other one's going to come and you'll have to make a choice. Like there might be another callback or 2 callbacks or something like that too. Or like say with the crush, as an example, you're getting a more platonic answer. It might be that actually there's another person in the wings that's about to come out and present themselves to you. And yeah, but I do feel like for a lot of you somehow, the traditional signs of whatever you're asking have been shown. And that doesn't mean you stop moving on it, okay? Maybe it doesn't go at the speed that you want it, but it just feels to me like for some of you, you're asking about a situation in which people or a person or people or a situation has kind of shown or revealed itself through its actions. Like it's clear as day, even if your heart wants to believe something a little bit differently. And it's not to sound harsh, I don't mean to. It's just sort of like, do you know what I mean? When something's just clear as day and then you keep making excuses for it or hoping for better. It's like that song, Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue by Crystal Gale. I don't know, a lot of people have done that song, but she's kind of like, just, at one point in the song, she's sort of like, just lie to me, tell me, or no, she's like, tell me no story, or no, just tell me more lies or whatever. Basically, she doesn't want to hear the truth. And she's like, just tell me whatever I want to hear. I don't need to hear about your secrets. Yeah, tell me no secrets. Tell me some lies. Don't give me something. Give me alibis. Yeah, basically, give me an alibi. Like, I don't want to hear that, there is something bad. And we can do that sometimes. Okay, let's see here. Anything else here about this situation? Princess of Summer, sensitive, kind, open-hearted, and inexperienced. You can expect to kindle a new romantic relationship or a close platonic friendship. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone or be invited to a social event. Again, for some of you, it's like you might actually find that, especially if you're asking about like love, it might be that you find somebody completely new coming in. And that's the thing. It's like, and then it's like, but wait, there's actually like something better. Same with the job or really anything. There will be some sort of opportunity. I guess if you want to hear from somebody, there's a good chance of it. King of Summer, a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life and you may receive wise and compassionate advice from someone who speaks directly from the heart. If you're asking whether someone is trustworthy or not, again, their actions would have told you. And that's the thing. I feel like somehow you already know it through the practicalities of it all. And again, like, yeah, for some of you, it's like, yeah, trust this person. They're good. They're going to do good by you, right? Especially if their actions, especially if their actions have shown it. Geez, why can I not talk? You know what I mean? Like they're calling you back and all that stuff. And if you want to know whether something can be mended, I do feel like it can be in many ways. That there can be healing, and the past can be, but there may be needing to be a cut away from the past in order to heal. So it might be about moving on and forgiving, which can be really hard, if we've been hurt. But because then, every little trigger might remind us, and then we just get pissy. But I guess it depends on the question. But hopefully this was clear. If it wasn't and you're confused, tell me you chose this group. I'll try to help you out, okay? Anyway, lots of love to you guys, and I wish you the very, very best, okay? Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen number 4, this is going to be your reading. So is it a yes or a no? Let's find out. So we have got let go. Interesting. That's not an answer. So, well, it is an answer of something, but we'll see. I want to look a little bit more before I make any, because some of the cards in this deck are a little bit ambiguous. So, we got the 2 of Cups. If you're asking whether you and a partner will get back together, I think it's safe to say no. I feel like if you're asking about any sort of, does someone feel remorse? Does someone want you back? This is some kind of ending to something. Like the connection's over, or it's just not something that will be revived in the same way. This also could be about letting go of the past if you want to repair something on your end. But there might be, of course, like, I don't know. I really feel like it's a no, guys, for the most part, especially if you're asking about a relationship. Like, are we going to get back together? No. I mean, the Death card, there has to be, and I know a lot of people, we've sugarcoated the Death card a bit. And because people get scared. That's the scariest card in the deck. And for years, like, I remember, like, I've been doing tarot for like 20 years, and it's like, it's like that's the card that scares the shit out of everyone. And so people have started to kind of like, well, it's transformation, and it is. It can be. It is a new phase, but it's also an ending, and there has to be a card that talks about an ending, right? Judgment's like a revival. That's when you go to the new phase. But death is death. And death is a no. In all, you know what I mean? Especially in the context. It depends on the context, of course. I'm not saying that death can't ever manifest as like a yes. It depends on what are surrounding it. But we're seeing it as the final card here out of the 3. And again, we see the 2 of Cups here representing a connection, the Emperor representing a person. So I just have a good feeling about like letting go of a certain situation, a certain person. Maybe it's the past between you. Will they let go of it? Will they forgive you? Possibly, actually. If you asked, will they forgive me? They sure would, okay? I think they could overlook anything. But if you're asking, like, are me and my ex going to get back together? I don't think so. I think it's done. Yeah, it's just over now at this point. And again, am I going to hear back from that person? Probably not. Are they going to contact me again? I don't think so. This seems like a no to me. If you're thinking about doing a collaboration, this might be about embracing more solitude or solitary work. If you're asking whether to like let go of a job, you actually might be told yes, like let it go, that sort of thing as well. But that's what I'm getting, to be honest. I know that I can't cover every possible answer because I know everyone's going to come at me with a different kind of question. So if you feel confused, don't be shy to leave me a comment and let me know. Say, hey, I chose, number 4, and I'm kind of confused because it doesn't exactly fit my question. But every question is going to be a little bit different, okay? We have the Queen of Winter and the Star. So it says you're about to take a big leap forward with your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. And again, maybe you're wondering, will you be able to let go? Yes. The star indicates healing. There could be a healing and a revival for some of you, but it wouldn't be on your timeline. Let go implies that you have no control of this. okay, as much as you might want to. This card, the Queen of Winter, can actually say to clear away situations that aren't working for you anymore and disengage from people who create more drama than happiness. Okay, all your life experiences have prepared you for this moment of truth. It's time to declutter your home, clear away situations that aren't working for you anymore. So, are you wondering, would you heal from something? Should you let something go? Well, absolutely. You will be better for it. Did you make the right decision by letting something go? Absolutely, you did. So, are you wondering whether something can change your life? Or a certain phase? Well, if you're asking, by the way, if certain things are coming, like, will I ever get, like, my life better? Yeah. Whatever the current phase is, it's ending. Like, it will end, and something different will come, and there is hope, okay? So, yeah. That's kind of the answer I'm getting. Hopefully, like I said, it makes sense. But if it doesn't, let me know in the comments below. I'll try to help you out as much as I possibly can. I don't know how many people might comment, but you know what I mean? Like, I'll at least try to pull a card or clarify it within the context. You know what I mean? Just let me know what kind of question you were asking. But anyway, lots of love to you. And I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So you've chosen number 5. Have you been seeing 55, 55, any 5s? We've got yes. So you guys are the first one to get like a clear yes. Okay, so what is the deal here? The Queen of Pentacles. Will you be successful? Will you have financial abundance? Will you get something going? Yes. Will you find love? Yes. Will you get together with that person? Yes. Right? Will you and that person make up here? Yes. There's that possibility. 5 of Swords. Can you heal this? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I'm like going through different situations because everyone's going to have a little bit of a... But yeah, if you're asking about whether you can heal with someone, whether you can go forward, whether you'll ever make up with someone, this is an absolute yes, okay? I do see 2 people here. So it's likely that somehow your question involves another person. Okay? I'm thinking for a lot of you. Even if it doesn't directly involve another person, someone might be helpful in the terms of the outcome. Like another person might come in and help you or encourage you, or maybe there's a collaborative effort or something like that. Again, if you're wondering whether your business will go good, yes. We have the Owl, Deception and Wisdom. And we have number 13, by the way. And the Deer, Gentleness and Diplomacy. Number 22 and 13. So, the Owl and the Deer. I guess if you're worried about some sort of deception, it might be a yes. Like, is this person no good? Perhaps. Perhaps they're not that great. I don't know if that's what I don't feel like many of you would be asking such a question, but why is this card here? I'm going to ask. What is going on with this Deception and Wisdom, the Owl? Message. Don't let yourself lose sight of emails, messages, that sort of thing. I feel like somehow pay attention to your messages, your communications coming in. You don't want to miss an opportunity. It's one thing I'm feeling for you guys. And let's see, anything else here? I don't feel like deception's relevant here. I really don't. Maybe for a few of you somehow, if you really did ask about some sort, did they lie to me? Yes, but maybe it can be worked out. Maybe there's a way around this, that sort of thing, because we have the diplomacy, the wisdom. Maybe they lied for good reason. Maybe it wasn't malicious. Maybe it was just sort of like they didn't want you to get mad at them or something like that. I don't know. Anything further here for group number 5? Prince of Winter. Get ready for progress to speed up. The situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion and make your decisions quickly. Interesting. So making fair decisions. And we have the four, my stomach is growling. 4 of spring, it's time to kick back, relax, and celebrate all that you have. Joy arises from success in your career, the completion of a project, or a very happy home life. Again, will you repair? Yes, especially if there's been deception. Actually, maybe that's the thing. Some of you are asking, like, will we get back together? Maybe there was a deception on your partner's part. And it's kind of like, yeah, you could work this out. There could be a happy home again. This could be forgiven. This could be moved on from. Here it says, like, don't choose intellect over emotion at this time. Something good is going to happen, though. Okay? You may be sharing your wisdom and you're wondering, will these things I've learned help me? Will this study help me? Like, say you want to study, like, you're like, oh, should I go to law school? Yeah, you could do well with it. That sort of thing. You're not fooling yourself. You're not stupid. You're smart and you can do it. And, you know, again, even if somebody didn't get through law school, that doesn't mean they're stupid, by the way. I don't mean to sound that way. My dang Aries Mercury, foot and mouth all the time for me. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say that, because sometimes we have test anxieties and stuff like that. Okay, we have the key, so something quite important. This yes could actually mean a lot to you. This might be really part of your life path in some way, whatever you're asking about. Like, there's still more maybe to be uncovered, unlocked here as well. And there is protection around you somehow, okay? Will you be protected? Will you have a safe trip? Or will you, that sort of thing? Good stuff. Will you, there's some sort of forward movement here, okay, essentially. So this is a yes. Hopefully this reading was helpful for you. And let me know if you have any questions down below. And yeah. Also, for some of you, if you asked a question that was negative, like, do they hate me? No. Okay. By the way, it's not a yes. Because this is all very gentle, very nice. Okay. So if you've asked aggressive questions, no. Anyway, lots of love to you guys and take care. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen number 6, this is your reading. So let us... Jeez Louise. I just like almost sprayed myself in the eyes. Oh my gosh, I have a story from when I was a kid. And I was at T-ball. And there was a girl who had bug spray, right? And she left it there, and she was like out in the field or whatever doing her thing, and I was in the dugout, and I wanted to use it because I was getting bit up, but I didn't ask her, and I couldn't ask her because they wouldn't, like, you know, we couldn't talk or whatever. And so I decided to use it, but I felt really guilty. I've always had a Jiminy Cricket on my shoulder, like, all my life. I couldn't do nothing wrong without feeling like a complete shithead. And I tried to use it, right? And it wasn't coming out, and I, like, pointed it at my eyes, of course. I was like 7, guys. Okay, 6 or 7. I remember pointing at my eyes to see, why isn't it working? And I literally sprayed myself. And then I was like, I bet that was punishment from God because I didn't ask her, and it was like stealing. And it wasn't. She didn't care, by the way. Anyway, not the right time is your answer. And let's see what else comes through. Okay. So why is not the right time coming through as your answer? Let's see. So we have the 5 of Pentacles. This could mean that there are certain situations that need to be kind of grown here a little bit. You might also find that, gosh, this is interesting. Okay, we have a lot of people cards showing up, okay? If you're asking about a connection, there might be actually other people in the wings that are a bit more fulfilling. And maybe that's why something isn't working out. You will get there. This is a yes, actually. Especially if you're asking about business prospects or maybe something you're feeling really good about, but maybe it's just not the right time yet. Like, it will happen, but it's just not the right time. Like, because I see the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Maybe there will be more experience in the future or more resources or something's going to go a bit better, but it just takes time. And, yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. So it feels like it's a yes, but it has to be in the future a little bit. Like, it just isn't yet. Like, somehow some circumstances are not enough, okay? I'm going to take some of these. We have, okay, the crossroads, the book. Something about the question that you're asking, it's going to morph and change as you kind of get closer to it before you know it, that sort of thing. Gosh, it might be that you're going to learn more information that will help you choose a new direction to even cut maybe some of this off, or it's not going to go exactly the way that you wanted. And there's a reason for it. It's kind of like if it's not happening right now, it's actually a good thing because you're going to be stronger, wiser, more capable later on, or it's going to somehow get better. We could also see that somebody might not be in the best place right now, and maybe it's not you. Maybe someone's undecided right now. They need some time. If you're asking about whether to message someone or not, no. To reach out, I guess. Maybe wait for a better time frame. We have justice. Fair decisions will be made after all the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of a disagreement. Princess of Spring. Creative opportunities that you feel passionate about are fluttering your way. Personal growth and broadened horizons will spark fresh and original ideas. That's another thing too. I feel like for some of you there might be a development here that's actually going to lead to a much stronger outcome. So it's like, is it going to happen? Especially if you're asking a timing question. Somehow your timing might be a little bit off. Like it might be a little bit longer. I feel like something is strong here and something really good will happen. We have contentment with the 10 of Autumn. This is like honoring traditions, having pride in your heritage. Also, material needs are going to be strong as well. Some of you might have a better situation than you might anticipate. And maybe, especially now, say you've given up on something, but you kind of want to restart it, then this is a yes. Go full force. It wasn't the right time at the time. And that could even go for like initiating contact with somebody that's been cut off. It might be a time to see what happens. Maybe it's a time to touch a base or find out what's going on. That sort of thing. If you're wondering if you and a person will come back together, not yet. In fact, actually, you might have made a fair decision already on this. Maybe you should have done it sooner. But yeah, I'm feeling like whatever you're asking about somehow is still off in the future. Maybe you're asking about something quickly. Like you just met like some person, went on the first date, and you're like, are they my future spouse? And it's like, hold your horses. You know what I'm saying? Goodness. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. I just feel like somehow the time isn't right. And I feel like for a lot of you, these imply that specific developments and choices are actually going to be presented to you that will change the outcome of whatever you're thinking about. And it doesn't have to be in a bad way, okay? In fact, it won't be because you have the Strength and the Ten of Pentacles came out. So it won't be in a bad way. And it's almost like, again, if you haven't, maybe you drop something and you're like, should I still do this project? And the answer is yes. It wasn't the right time at the time, but it is now. Okay? So hopefully that was clear, especially for those of you going through different, questions. Because I can't tell, obviously. You guys are using your intuition to tune in. I'm just giving messages. So what you choose is not up to me. And, but I can try to help, I'm doing as best as I can, not knowing what you guys are asking. Anyway, hopefully it makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know in the comments below and I'll try to help you out. Tell me what your question was. Anyway, lots of love. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you've chosen number 7, this is your reading. So is it a yes or a no? You're going in the right direction. Okay, that's positive. Now, I've been telling this to the other groups, and it's important. These are yes or no readings. Everyone's going to be asking everything a little bit differently. Like some people are going to be asking, do they hate me? Are they mad at me? Are they, into me? And everything could be answered a little bit differently. So I'm going to try to give a vibe. Are you making the right decision? Yeah. Is there potential here? Yes. Should you do this? Yes. Are you good enough? Yes. Should you create this? Yes. Will it be successful? Yes. Okay. These are the type of yeses that we're getting. Yeah. Will you get a new job? Yes. Will you become rich? Yes. Will you write a book? Yes. Or you can. You're capable. Is this book writing a good idea? Yes. Is this project a good idea? Yes. Will my channel be successful? Yes. Sorry, I'm giving different ideas. Hopefully I mentioned one of them for some of you. But it's a yes. We have the sun. This can be very much aligned with your purpose. And to me, the sun, and for work, B. So we might talk about collaborations. You might be meeting the right people. You can trust this person. You can trust this situation, okay? Are things going to get better? Yes. Are there going to be improvements in your life? Yes. So this is a yes in a very positive sense. Now, if you're asking me, does this person hate my guts? Does this person like that would be no. You know what I mean? Like if you're asking like negative questions, like will I lose my job? No. Okay? You're fine. So it depends. Like if you're asking questions that are done in a negative sense, your answer is more like yes. It's like, I mean, or no. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I said, if you said, are they gonna break up with me? No. Are they gonna, should I quit my job? Yeah, if you feel like it. But will I find success if I quit my job? Yes. But if you're asking like, do they hate me? Are they mad at me? No. Does my professor think I'm smart? Yes. You're impressing this person. So, you know what I mean? It's going to be kind of dependent there based on your question. But hopefully I was clear about that, okay? If I wasn't, just let me know. Anything else that you should know about the situation? This is going to be a rather quick one. Especially for those of you asking about career, school endeavors, ideas for the future. Yes. Will your business improve? Yes. Yeah. The Lady of the Gift, generosity, receiving, withholding. Okay. Generosity might actually make you even more likely to get this thing. The Dragon's Duel, inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. Well, of course you might be encouraged, like, to keep making conscious choices in this. If you... Hold on, let me do it from this direction. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much. I feel like this is something that's going to happen. This reminds me of the Two of Pentacles, actually, the Dragon's Duel. It's doable. It's good. Yeah, it's a yes. Wow, my voice sounded really loud to me for some reason suddenly. Sorry to be boring. I was just double checking anything else. Yeah, Two of Autumn. You may be under stress because of multiple jobs or too many responsibilities for one person to manage. It's important to balance your work and personal life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. Look at that cat. It's so stinking cute. It's a yes. You may need to make sure that you're getting everything done and staying in balance, but is your health going to be fine? Yes, I would say most likely. Is the outcome going to be good? Yes. Yep. There's nothing you can't handle if you don't follow your inner guidance. Yeah, this is all just a yes. Okay, I'll shut up now because it was clear as day to me on this one. But I hope that it was helpful to you. And if you have any questions, of course, let me know. Like I said, if it's a negative question or negatively based one, then I would say no, right? Because this is quite positive. So in the terms of like, you know, what I mentioned, hopefully that you understood. Anyway, lots of love, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, so you've chosen the final group, number 8, and your card says, choose a new direction. Now, please don't get discouraged just yet. We're going to see what's up. Because like I said, these are nuanced readings. They're not easy. People ask questions in different ways. And so just hold on, okay, before you go anywhere. Because some of you might be wanting a yes, but it may be a yes. We haven't gotten there yet. some of you could be doing yourself a disfavor by not pursuing something, I feel. With choose a new direction, for some of you, this answer could be a yes if something is not working. If you've kind of seen evidence that this is not good, it's kind of like, should you move on? Possibly. You might better utilize your skill in a new direction though. And it doesn't necessarily mean giving up on what you're doing, but expanding somehow. So for some of you, this is like expansion energy. Like you might expand something out or improve upon it in some way. If this is about like, oh, does so-and-so at work like me? I feel like this is a question that isn't needed to be answered. I feel like it's something that you should look away from or kind of go off on your own about it. You could find out and see though if you're pretty sure but they're kind of quiet. It might be about reaching out, asking that person on a date. Maybe somehow, quietly pining is not going to get you anywhere in this situation. If you're wondering about some sort of decision, like in terms of your own, like maybe it's a future endeavor or something like that, I think it could be a yes, is what I feel. So yeah, let me see here a little bit more. Yes or no for group number 8. Patience and stillness, the resting tree, the Queen of Light, illumination, enlightenment, celebration. Wow, what's interesting is actually in stillness, actually, you're going to receive new ideas somehow in regards to this. So do know that if there is any sort of stillness or non-movement, actually you might get some kind of message out of nowhere here. That's going to give a new perspective. I do feel like as well that there is some sort of opportunity ahead of you. Don't miss out on it. Don't give up on it. It might not be what you expect in some way. Tell me more here. Yes or no? Something may take a little bit longer to grow, and it's almost like stay dedicated instead of choosing a new direction. It might be if you're hoping for something like really big to come through, it might be that it just needs a little bit more time, effort, holding on to it, staying stable, staying steady, staying consistent, that sort of thing. If some of you might be wondering whether to move on from something, I don't exactly feel that though. Somehow I still feel like there is a level of dedication that needs to be had here, or maybe more effort. If things are a little bit still or quiet, it doesn't have to be necessarily a bad thing. Gosh, is this a yes or a no? This is hard. This one's a toughie. Because I do feel like for a lot of you, it may be like move on, yes, like do something. But again, it might not be in a negative way. We have the Four of Summer. Your relationships may distract you from noticing all the gifts that God is presenting to you. Be open to investigating opportunities that come your way. So yeah, don't miss out on something. I feel like actually there's a sign coming up here for something that you've been struggling with that's actually going to lead you to some sort of success. We have the Ram. Occasionally, you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is worth the energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your goals or belief. I do feel like if you're asking about whether you and a person can make up, I do feel like it's a possibility after some sort of rest. If you've butted heads with someone, it might be not the right time at this time. There could be an enlightenment in the future. If you're wondering whether something can be built up to something steady, yes, but don't fall prey to distractions or problems. Like, don't let problems dictate your long-term success. Because I almost get the sense of like some of you have started something, but maybe it's not quite going somewhere quite yet. And it's like, hey, you actually have to keep building and saving and like doing this thing. Like, don't, you take that energy head on if you really want it and keep working for it. You know what I mean? And it will get somewhere. So I guess it depends on what you're asking about. But will they apologize? Possibly. But I wouldn't hold your breath, and it may take time. That sort of thing. So I guess hopefully that was answering. It's so hard to do yes or no sometimes because everyone's coming to the reading asking a little bit of a different question. And some people might be asking it in like a positive way, some in a negative way, like I've mentioned in the other groups. And so I do my best to relay the message that I'm getting. But again, we have people asking all kinds of questions in these readings, so it's quite a mixed energy. Hopefully I've translated it for you guys well enough that you guys will understand your answer. But if you are confused, you can always leave me a comment, and I will try to get back to you in the comments and maybe tell me what your question was, and I could try to look at it for you if I have time, which I'll try to make. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I wish you all the very, very best. Take care of yourself, okay? Lots of love.